flower bandit.
Like it had me questioning van life a couple times because it was
Gumption. Let's call it Gumption.
on the budget.
Well, I've lived in my van for the last like year and a half.
So beautiful.
So I've always been creative. I've always tried different art. Like I don't know. I love doing like risky projects or vehicles and stuff, and this was definitely the craziest way. So that's why I was like, I'm just gonna go for it. I cut a hole in my roof. I like kept making excuses. I was like, oh, I'm with my best friend. Like maybe I call that like following the current, like the universal current or whatever. Like I.
Look at that view. This week on the Vic Meier Show, we're back in Trinidad, California, but not for the art walk. No, this time, I hope you remember Amellia Soto, who we met a couple weeks ago at the Arcata Ferry Festival, and who we're going to learn a lot more about today. Beautiful art pieces you have?
Yeah, I live in my van right now, and I even have like a studio in my van.
So I can work
Oh
on
my
stuff.
goodness! As we visit her, selling some of her artwork here in the beautiful town of Trinidad, California. Beautiful Trinidad
Or
Bay.
whatever. Like I just look for signs that will kind of tell you which direction you're supposed to go, and I felt like that was, you know.
How do you feel about it now? Yeah, you're friends, huh? This is nice.
She loves other doggies.
You guys are so perfect together. Look at that, with the breeze blowing. She's
Everyone
like a model.
says we look alike.
You know, I think that happens
Yeah.
once people have been with their animals for a while.
People say either their pet starts to look like them or they start to look like their pet.
That is so cute. Well, thank you very much for having me, well, and Mickey as well, into your home.
Yeah.
First of all, Flower Bandit. Is that just for namesake, you like to collect flowers, or?
Yeah, so I don't know if you notice on some of my pieces out there, they include like real flowers, like pressed flowers. So
I did. That's really awesome.
Yeah, before I like made my like art business, the story of this van is kind of a long story. So it's the way I acquired this van is cool, and then the way I built it out is cool. So I'll start with the way I acquired it. So back, like I've been wanting to do van life for a long time, and I started traveling in a little car, and then I upgraded to an SUV, and then I was traveling in that, just like going on road trips. And then I was like, you know what, I think I'm ready to like try to live in a vehicle and travel nomadically, so I need a van. So I posted it on Craigslist, and I mentioned that I was selling my van because I was selling my SUV so I could buy a van. And someone reached out to me like the next day and was like, I'm selling my van because I need an SUV. Like, can we just meet up and do a trade?
Yeah.
And so we just did like a key for key trade. Like we paid no money. Like,
Wow.
like they gave me a bunch of stuff included with the van. It's not on there anymore, but there was like a lot of like roof accessories, like outdoor stuff. So like tons of value in that just alone. So it was definitely a very good trade. I did like an initial build, like super like quick with like recycled materials that I just found on the free section of Craigslist. But at that time it had like the low roof. And
So that's my big question. So you chopped the top.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so after like just camping and, you know, doing light travel and like that with the low roof, I was like, if I'm gonna live in this thing, I need it to be like higher. I need to stand, I need cabinets. So I like looked into it, and it was just way too expensive to try to get it like a professional one fabricated or whatever. So I was like, I've done crazy projects on my cars before, like I can probably figure out a way to build an extension myself.
Well, that brings up an interesting question. What's the craziest project you did on a car before this?
I don't feel like it's that crazy to me, but everybody was telling me I was crazy. I like installed like roof racks into my SUV that didn't have any like roof bars or anything like that. So I had to like I had to take my headliner out, like drill into my roof to like, and I went to a scrapyard, got some off of another similar car, and just like put those and screwed those into my car that needed it. I did like a roof deck on that, and then
What was the roof deck for?
Just to hang out on. I just wanted to be able to like sit up there. I even tried to like pitch a little tent up there one time when I was camping, but that got too scary.
You didn't worry about it. I was gonna say you didn't worry about rolling off, huh?
No, yeah, it was cool to sit up there, but like I got scared I was gonna roll off. So I didn't actually sleep up there, but yeah, and also it helped with like storage when I went on camping trips and stuff. I could like throw a bunch of totes up there and just strap them down.
That's so rad.
Yeah, so having a roof deck was pretty
I'll
cool.
tell you what-
Everyone thought I was insane. Like when I first posted the video about like the process of me making this,
It's a video on your YouTube channel?
yeah, it's like a series, a 3-part series.
Oh,
so
wow.
yeah, if anyone wants to check that out, you can
Please.
see how I built the roof extension and everything. But like,
How far? Give him a, or maybe I can throw a link underneath you or something.
yeah,
like that.
I made a
Go like
playlist
this.
for it, so if you want to check it out. But yeah, it's just titled like DIY high top roof extension or
Oh,
something
man.
on my page.
I'm gonna go watch that for
in
sure.
my playlist section. It was from like a year ago, so it might be a ways back. But
That's why I wanted you to give them some ideas. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
people get,
yeah,
forget
so
what they're
yeah,
scrolling
so
for.
yeah, look for the playlist for the whole process of this build project. I feel like I've just like done more and more like unusual projects with all my different vehicles and stuff, and this was definitely the craziest.
oh yeah, this,
And so
This
I
has
was
to top
like,
it all.
I don't know, I love doing like risky projects with like limited materials because it like forces me to be like resourceful and creative and like problem solve. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like a fun challenge. It's not even all about the end result for me. I'm like, I just want to figure out if I can even do it and see what I
man.
learn along the way. So that's why I was like, I'm just gonna go for it. I cut a hole in my roof,
you're a better
started.
person than me.
building
I
it
was
up.
too chicken to do that kind of stuff. I'm being honest. I'll be very candid with you. Like I am so, like.
It probably helps that I got
Good
this van
job.
for free, so I didn't feel like there was a huge amount of money
you
at
gave up
risk.
a solid everyday driver, right? I mean, you had to give up your source of getting back and forth
Yeah,
to work.
that's true.
You're bringing back a lot of memories for me and a lot of emotions because, like, yeah, to make that leap of faith and move into a van, it's just like.
Yeah, it was scary, even though I knew I wanted to do it like for a long time, like years. You know, like the pandemic when the whole van life, like niche
We bought
kind of
ours
got
right
it really
before
popular.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like when I started traveling and stuff like that and really wanted to like get into van life, but it didn't work out until a year ago or whatever. But I like kept making excuses. I was like, oh, I live with my best friend. Like maybe we'll just wait another year and I'll like really deck out my van. I kept like pushing it off, but then she got married and wanted to, move in with her husband.
Yeah.
And so our lease was up and I was like, oh, okay. I think this is the time. I'm gonna
That's
have
the
to start
sign.
van life. And I was like, you know what? It's time.
I don't know about you, but I feel like the universe gives us our nudge.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the ways we need it and are expecting it, and sometimes not
Mm-hmm.
so much,
Yeah, I call that like following the current, like the universal
Yeah,
current or
yeah.
whatever. Like I just look for signs that will kind of tell you which direction you're supposed to go, and I felt like that was,
How do you feel about it now?
oh, I feel great. Like doing the art thing, it would not have been possible as like a sustainable like source of income if I didn't live in a van. Like I could not support myself paying rent, stuff like that. So like living in a van has allowed me to like live my dream in terms of being like an artist full time, because I've always been creative. I've always tried different art things and entrepreneurial things, and it never really worked out, but it's working now.
Do-it-yourself mosaic kits.
I like to repurpose a lot of things, and I have so much scrap glass, so I'm glad I thought of the mosaic idea, because that's going to be a good way to not hoard a bunch of scrap
You're
glass.
very creative. This is very.
I will buy one of your pieces once I get a little bit more settled and things are going well. But if I can do anything to push the viewers to go onto your socials and your website and everything and check.
Yeah.
This is really beautiful and like substantial art. I really I can't wait to. There's a couple I got my eyes on. One in particular, but at least a couple.
I think just like in a world with like so much like consumption, it's like, like buying something and consuming things, like it's just like a quick hit of dopamine and then it's like gone. And then you want to like keep consuming, and it's like not sustainable for happiness. But for me, like creating something, it's like a whole long process, and then like so like every little step of the way, it's like giving me that dopamine, it's giving me that satisfaction.
Yeah.
Like it's satisfying something in me that makes me really happy, and then I get an end result, and then I get to like post it online or like sell it and know that it's like making someone else like enjoy things. Like I don't know, it's hard to explain. It has its discomforts, and I do miss certain luxuries and stuff of living in a normal house, but overall it's so worth it because I have the time to just create whenever I feel like creating. I can just like go for a walk. If I feel like going for a walk, I don't have to be like, oh shoot, I have to go clock in at work or something. Like, I don't know. I don't have to stress so much about financial stuff. So it allows me to express myself in all the ways that I feel I'm way more passionate at. And I feel like that inspires other people to like follow their dreams. And that's kind of what I want to do with my channel and my art and my
You've
lifestyle.
inspired me, like clearly. I'll be very frank with you. Your spirit of ingenuity, artistry, and just adventure is quite infectious.
Yeah, and I'm finally traveling. The
art pays for the travel.
Yeah, for the most part. I do have other like little sources of income, if like between markets, you know, if I'm not selling art or something. But for the most part, yeah, that is my main source of income. It's pretty substantial in terms of what I need financially. So yeah, it's working for me, and it just keeps growing. So
Really cool.
yeah, I used to have it all strung up right there, but as my art sells, I have to take it down and place it with other art. So that's next on my list, is to create some art for me to enjoy.
Fair enough. Is there anybody out there that we're avoiding? I mean,
No, some people walked by, and that's why I waved, but then she drove away. Hopefully I didn't scare her off. Yeah, before I like made my like art business, I went on a really cute date one time, and we went and we're just driving around picking a bunch of flowers like in the springtime. And then I put it in my flower press that I had made, and she like wanted me to make some like art with it or something for her, and I had started doing stained glass just as a hobby, and so I started using that technique where you put the flowers in the glass.
pressed in the glass.
And
yeah.
then so it just like on that date we're like, oh my god, we're like being little flower bandits. And I was like, that would make a cool band name. And then I was like, but I don't play instruments. And then so when I needed a business name, I was like, Flower Bandit Glass Crafts. And it was just perfect because I
think so
can
too.
now include them in my art. So and I actually still continue, and I go and collect flowers and stuff and put them in my press for future projects and stuff.
I love that. I find it so creative, and I think it's a great way to remember the place maybe you visited, or you were saying that you can be commissioned to make pieces. So if somebody, like, let's say they had a wedding or anniversary or reunion, they could maybe collect items that could be pressed into glass other than flowers as well too, right?
Yeah, so like if you have like wedding flowers, or like my sister-in-law had the boutonniere from her husband's jacket or whatever for their wedding. I put it in my flower press, and I'm gonna make something with that. And people also like ask me if I can like find like certain flowers that they like, and you know, I can include that in any way, really, in any of the pieces in a custom art piece of my stained glass art. So yeah, it's very customizable.
That's rad. Where is the furthest location, the most remote? I mean, we're pretty remote up here on the North Coast. Were you familiar with this area before you came here?
No, I've only like passed through briefly on like one of my first road trips that I ever took a few years ago. I passed through here and stopped to get like a sticker as like a souvenir, but that was about it. And then I just like kept on moving. So this is my first time actually like spending like real time in this area, and I meant to stay here for a week, but I've been here for 3 weeks now. And yeah, I'm just loving it. I
love that. You know, the viewers know my saying, it's a difficult place to get to and an even harder place to leave.
That's what I'm experiencing right now. Every time I'm like, oh, I think I'll leave on Monday, I'm like, oh, but I still want to do this. And so I'm like, maybe another week won't hurt.
Well, I'm so glad you took time for myself and the people who tune into my show, and even the subscribers, even though it's mostly people that show up out of nowhere, so who knows who's going to see this. Remind us again how they get a hold of you so that they can help fund this journey and both supply themselves with beautiful artwork, handmade artwork. Yeah, well, thanks for doing this interview. I appreciate it too. But you can find me on YouTube and Instagram as Amellia Soto, Amellia. I have 2 L's in my name. I noticed that. I'm sorry. I CG'd you. CG means character graphic. So I spelled your name incorrectly in the past video. This one will be correct. Yeah. Amelia with 2 L's. They can find me in your comments at least. But well, and I'll add links in and all that sort of stuff as well. Yeah, for sure. This, I assume, is your space over yonder here. Yep. And that's how you make a lot of your art. Yeah, I can show you. Yeah, whatever you feel like pulling out. I don't want to make it too awkward. No, I'm actually really proud of this
this desk because it's very modular to get the most efficiency out of my creation and stuff. So
That's the van life rule.
yeah, so all of this for one is just art stuff. So
Cool.
a lot of my storage space.
That's so cool. And a printer even.
Yes, I
That's
print out
quite
my own
something.
stencils. I have all of my like glass. And
I
stuff
love how
in
you wrapped
here.
it with the contact paper to make it all kind of match the wood aesthetic. That's
Yeah,
so cool.
I was trying to make it all a little bit cuter. I have all that stuff
Attention
in
to
here,
detail,
my
yeah.
soldering iron and stuff.
That.
But so for one, this top comes off, so I can work
Oh
on
my
stuff
goodness.
without having to like clean it up all the way before I want to drive away. So I
Wow.
can just set that there, and then I can just work on my glass. The shards aren't
brilliant.
getting everywhere.
That's
And then I can
brilliant.
just put it back on if I want to like drive away.
Oh my gosh, I wish I would have saw this before we built ours. That is such a great idea.
I've been wanting to build this thing for like a year now.
I mean, honestly-
I finally was able to do it before heading out on the road this last.
And you just use little screws as like table, like
Yeah,
little...
to like keep it from
pegs,
sliding
yeah.
around, and then it does something else.
Uh-oh. Okay, so you beat the dual purpose.
Now I have a stand-up
Now-
desk.
now
to
you have
edit
a three-
videos,
Oh my
or
goodness.
to like work on other stuff, you know.
Oh my goodness. Amelia. I feel very inadequate right now. This is fantastic. Holy crap.
I love, like I said, I love like crazy random projects, like
Well-
unusual projects.
It might seem unusual to some people, but for those of us who have spent any time in the van life or the nomad world, the rule is what? You got to have dual purpose for everything.
Yeah.
Now you've created a third use.
Yeah,
You got the
everything you
trifecta.
have has to be very intentional and maximum amount of usage.
Right?
So yeah, this changed the game for making art in here because it was
So
such
rad.
a struggle with my previous setup. It was like always dirty from my chemicals and my soldering iron and all that stuff. There's like glass everywhere. Not ideal.
Well, yeah, and if somebody comes knocking on your door, it's like, hey, what are you parked here for? Like, you never know when someone's gonna, rain on your parade a little.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. And if I had to like drive away in a hurry or something, like I can't do that with all my stuff
Yeah.
out. So now I can just like,
That is so cool.
yeah, I love it.
Man, if the mystery woman, that's how she's known on the channel. If the mystery woman sees this video, she's gonna say, "See, I told you so," and she's right again. This is so cool. I am just in awe, literal awe. No, it's beautiful in here. I'll show them a little bit of your tongue and groove ceiling. Of course, the Max Air fan that you gotta have in every van.
Zach, I wish it was the Max Air fan. It's just one of
We
the
don't have to talk about it. No, budget friendly.
balling on the budget. And that's actually one of the newest things I put in, and it's a game changer. I don't know how
Oh, yeah.
I didn't put it in like from the jump, like I should have, because I had to spend last summer in Sacramento
Oh,
in here
no.
without a roof vent, and it was brutal. Oh my gosh, like
Yeah.
it had me questioning van life a couple times because it was so hot. But with this freaking fan now, it's so cool.
It's a
in
game
here.
changer, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
they're-
now with cooking and stuff, it's not like steaming up the place. Like,
Yeah, people think of the smoke as being a deal or a deal breaker, if you will. But really, what it is, especially if you're cooking with propane in a situation like this, it's the condensation.
yeah.
It's a lot of condensation that occurs in here. So, like having the vent for both movement, any steam or smoke, is of course important. But the other hidden element is all the moisture that builds up in here, and when it builds up,
That's when you
it
get mold and
accumulates.
stuff.
yeah, and that just gets out of control quickly.
Yeah.
So, oh man, Amelia, I'm very, very entertained right now. I hope the rest of you are too. And just in case it didn't work earlier, if you do like what I'm doing here and you want to support the Vic Meier Show, make sure to hit the subscribe button, the notifications bell, stay up to date on all the things involving the Vic Meier Show, and go and check out Amellia Soto on YouTube and across all of her socials. She has a great mission in life. She's spreading a lot of beauty and art into this world, and doing so in such a creative and adventurous way. I'm blown away at how much ingenuity gumption, let's call it gumption.
Gumption.
That's one of my favorite words I'm bringing back. You got nothing but gumption, doll. I'm telling you.
That's what drives me through life, is just to, I don't know, just see what I can do and figure things out. And I don't know, I love putting myself in a bit of a pickle, I guess, just to see how I handle it.
Well, your pickle is quite fantastic. I'm really impressed. I really am.
My pickle is fantastic.
Well, you know, you will get a little bit of bar humor from time to time. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for your time.
Let's get
too.
some. Oh, I could. Wish I would have brought a bottle of wine. We could sit out here and watch the sunset.
Right? Oh my
Beautiful
gosh, that's
Trinidad,
best.
California. And let's see if we can't. I'm gonna go spin one of those signs around for you. Let's get you some some sales.
Yeah.
Ah. But this is no roach coach, as I told you before. This is the Cruisin' Kitchen. You guys are all another day in paradise, man.
Just let you know that one of your stickers has made it to our door. Our
Oh my
first
goodness. Well, but you know, in this business, that's what we have to
Do fun shit.
Do fun shit, baby.
Well, that about does it for this week in our visit with Amellia Soto. Please do go and follow her channel, support all of her endeavors, as she is doing quite an amazing thing to support herself while traveling and living on the road. And I really appreciate her taking time, as well as you, for watching. Remember, when you're out there on the roads, well, don't drive fast like that guy. Take it easy. Keep it between the lines. And look out for Smokey, because they are definitely looking out for you. And as always, thank you for allowing me to entertain you, presumably. Again, this is the Vic Meier Show. Well, when I can. Much love, everybody. Look at that view. It does not suck.
No, it was all about budget, really, and I just already had this thing from back when I was traveling in my car and camping and stuff.
Those are great.
I would love to have one of those little ones with the oven, though, because I love to cook and I love to bake. Like, I make sourdough bread and stuff whenever I have access to an oven. So
Well, you're welcome to visit anytime. No.
I love making people bread. Like, it's so fun. I love cooking for people. But yeah, so this is just what
That's
I
one of the
had.
hard things about being in a van, right?
Yeah, like I basically just have to make super simple meals, otherwise it's gonna make a huge mess. But in my heart, I just want to like have this really nice dinner with great ingredients and all the things. And so I take an opportunity to make that stuff whenever I have access to a big kitchen.
We got Nita back there. I also was gonna say hi to your camera.
Oh yeah.
We got the meta world going down right now.
I know.
With the tripod, the camera situation.
We're
However,
making it work.
yeah, no, we're making it work because that's what you do when you're out on the road, right?
This is Manina. Wait, I'm going to pronounce it wrong because I'm notorious for doing that.
Nita.
Nita. I'm Anita. Then that helps me actually remember the name. And you said she's named after...
The Amanita muscaria mushroom, because I like to go mushroom foraging, and that's just the coolest, most well-known mushroom,
yeah.
I think. So
Oh, please do. Yeah, sorry. Go right ahead. That's Mickey. Oh, Mickey loves to give hugs. Yeah, huh?
Mickey's so happy.
Yeah, she's been waiting to get out. I've been editing all morning. Huh, baby? Yeah. What's your name?
Travis.
Travis. Thank you for saying hi. That's Nita and Mickey.
I gotta say hi to them.
Right?
Thank you for letting me cut them.
Yeah, no problem.
Everywhere we go, everybody wants to talk to her.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They never want to talk to us.
Yeah, and I bring her to all my markets and stuff, and she like brings in the customers because everyone wants to pet her.
Yeah,
at my
yeah.
booth.
It's somewhat bait, but you know,
She's my bestie.
it's beautiful, lovely, lovely, and
I take her everywhere with me. She's my best friend.
you know, and it's a wholehearted thing, really.
Yeah.
Mickey's there, and she's my best friend too. And I feel like when it's genuinely done, people can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's actually my service animal too, so I'm like legally allowed to take her everywhere with me, which is important.
How
since
old
I
is
live
she?
In my van. She's 3. She turned 3 in February.
Oh wow, already?
Yeah, and she's a little thing. Oh, need to leave it.
I was gonna say, Mickey had some treats at the fair yesterday, and
Gotta upset tummy.
oh yeah, no, it definitely wasn't the best things for her, but she's been such a good girl when we go out on these shoots and stuff. We're tuning in because we're making it happen.
Or they might have caught a glimpse of your forehead or something. They know you're there.
Right, shiny, sweaty forehead over here.
You guys run the road.
I should be rolling. This is so difficult now that I don't have a stick. I don't know. Do you have any stick glue?
Maybe. Yeah, I'm sure I got everything in this van.
I got my stick with me, but I'm just gonna shoot with the white shit. I'm sure it'll make it look good. Oh, bitchin'. Thank you. Oh, pretty sure I just took a dinger out of it right there.
Did you drop your
Struggles of a content creator. And boy, if you could see off screen how we're getting this thing done. Collaboration. Amelia gave me a tripod to use for the time being. So on with the show.
But I was kind of stationary for most of that first year, and I was doing art.
Can we cut for a second, because Mickey, this is not your van.
I'm gonna reposition my
yeah, good. Let's reposition everything, because Mickey, you're gonna have to wait.
Yeah. This is a whole orchestra with the dogs and everything.
Yeah, and she's trying to do her own interview and
where do you
van
want to
tours.
stand so I can put my camera? It doesn't really matter.
Well, I'm putting you in the better light because we're gonna. Oh, gee, I'm still rolling.
She's
Mickey.
like, finally, somebody can.
Mickey, is your butt itch? What's going on here? Yeah, I was gonna say.